Hello everyone, welcome back to my craft room. Today I'm going to make a card using this lovely stamp set and a set of coordinating dies. As you can see, the images are really beautifully drawn and make it very easy to colour in. The one I'm going to use is this one, and I thought these flowers looked very poppy-like. So we're going to make a card that has red flowers on it. So let me bring in what we need. Right, the card that we're going to make will measure 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. And to get to that size of card, you take a piece of A4 and just chop it in half and then fold one of the pieces in half. And if you're watching from another country, you can make a half-size card and just scale down the size of the mats that I'm using. This is Granny Apple Green, and this measures 5 3/4 by 4 inches. Just leaves a tiny little gap all the way around, that's all. And then I also need a piece of Whisper White to do some stamping on. And I've got a piece here somewhere. Ah, here it is. So I just need that to stamp my flowers. So let's get going. Now because this is a photopolymer stamp, I need my stamp pad, and I've just got some grid paper here just to protect my desk. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a pattern onto this green piece. So I've got some Granny Apple Green ink, and this is another one of the stamps from the set. And I thought what I'd do is I'd make a background. So I'm going to stamp this across the top. Like so, and I'm going to do the same on the bottom. There we go. That just breaks up that green background card. Okay, so now let me give that a quick clean. Now I'm going to stamp this lovely image, and I'm going to use Memento Black. Because it's a big stamp, I always think it's better to take the ink pad to the stamp. That way you can stamp it all over and you don't get ink all over your fingers. I'm just tapping all over, making sure I've got it all. And then I'm going to just stamp it on my piece of Whisper White. Lovely. Now I've got a little bit of a blob there, but I'm not worried about that. Oh, it's a bit of paper. That's all right. I was going to say, because I'm going to die cut this out at any rate. So I'm trying to be good and always clean my stamps after I've used them. Right, Right, now I thought I would colour this in using our watercolour pencils. So we've got one that is, oh, cherry cobbler and granny apple green. Look at that, right to the top. How nice is that? And I need a blender pen, so let's have that. Okay, so I'm going to just colour in the flowers. This is a blender pen and it's got a kind of an alcohol in it, and it will spread the watercolour pencil over the petals, and it will even out all my brush strokes. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a black. Just going to go fill in the black in the centre here. Now we can come to our leaves. These are flowers, so I'm going to do those in cherry cobbler as well. Over the lines either. Watercolour I think is very, very forgiving. Right, so now I've done that, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut this image out. So I need to go to my big shot, so I'll be back in a moment with it cut out. Okay, I'm back and I've die cut my little image. See, it's quite a big die and look how lovely that comes out. Isn't that nice? So let's bring in my granny apple green piece. So that's going to go across there like so, and I think what I'm going to do is I think I need to add some colour to the background a bit. So I'm going to bring in one of our Stampin' chalk markers, and I'm just going to add a little bit of colour, I think, to which bit? I'm just going to add some to the leaves, just to make it pop up. As the name says, it's got a chalky finish to it, so I'm not really worrying where I go. I'm just adding a little bit here and there, just to make these flowers pop a bit. And as you can see, as it dries, the ink from the underneath starts to shine through. So that's going to go on there, and that's going to pop on there. Now what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering whether I might give a bit of sparkle to these flowers. So I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella, give it a shake. Just need to get it going a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to brush a bit on the red leaves, that's all. It will lift the colour a bit or move it about a bit, just as it did when I was watercolouring it, but that's fine. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's now got a little shiny finish to it. So that's that, and I'm thinking I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to get a bit more Wink of Stella come out. That's it. I'm going to do a bit on here. Just give a bad dimension to the. Alright. As you can see, I'm not being ultra careful. I'm just going when the move takes me really. Chalky white, so I'll bring that my chalky one back, I think, and just go with that. Let me see that. That's my shimmer to it. So there we go. Right. Now where's my flowers? There they are. Okay, so that's going to sit on there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I need to put a sentiment on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my sentiment on a little bit of Whisper White, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And my plan is, yeah, well that's nice. Nice, delicate. To use my classic label punch. I must confess I use this a heck of a lot. Right, so let's stamp that, and then this will go down here. Oh, I'm going to clean my stamp. What did I say earlier on? I'm trying to clean my stamps. There we go. Okay. So this will go down here, and I will pop that up on some dimensionals, and I will pop up the flowers on some dimensionals too. So let's bring in some little dimensionals and some of the big ones, because the little ones I find are better for the oh, excuse me, I'm just getting a pokey tool out. Right, so let's put little ones behind our sentiment. So, and then we'll put some big ones onto this piece. I think we need to have a little something underneath the bin, I think. Okay, not there. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to get them off your fingers. That seems to be sticking to itself. Oh, why not? I'll leave it on there. If you want to say, let it say. Won't matter to us. Okay. Because I could get a back just put a little one there. Now. hello is just going to go down here. Cute. And that's just going to go down in that corner there. Lovely. Now let's put this onto our base card. It's going to sit on there like that. Bring in some glue. Let that dry a moment and then we'll put some bling on. So let me bring in, as we've used Wink of Stella, we'll put some of our Stampin' Up jewels on, I think. Here we go. So let's put, I'm a great believer in just dotting them about where it takes my fancy. And we'll put one either side of here. There we go. And there's a card made using the Bloom and Grow stamp set and coordinating dies. I didn't show you the dies, but you get quite a few dies in there, and all of these flowers will be cut out, and you can also die cut some of these little leaf elements as well, which I think are going to be really useful. Oh, and look, there's 3 little flowers there. I didn't notice those. They would be nice for layering up onto things, wouldn't they? And this could be very useful for making a nice scalloped edge. So there we go. There's our card. Thank you very much for watching. I will do a blog post and I'll put down the details of the supplies that I've used. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Thank you very much. Bye.